Hey, what's going on, my nerds and collectors alike? We are back at it again, continuing our reviews of the wave of the Disney Plus show. Today we have the Vision from Wanda Vision. Getting a closer look here, you can see we've got a couple of pieces of the Build-A-Wing there. We've got Vision looking nice and creepy, as he should be. In the back, you can actually see the little waves of Wanda's hex, like little TV waves. We have the Wanda Vision logo, the Vision, the Disney Plus little pop-up there. On the side of the box, we get concept art of what Vision was supposed to look like in the show. On this side, it is the same. On the top of the box, we have a nice little embossment of his mock Infinity Gem, his new power source, which we are all theorizing is an arc reactor, just a tiny one, which would make sense. On the bottom of the box there, you have your barcodes, legalese, and warnings. On the back of the box here, you've got that same image of Vision there, but bigger. And it says, The Vision, harnessing the power of density manipulation with computer precision. Vision is a hero. Whoa. Gotta love typos. Who defies the very laws of nature. And being as he is a part of the Build-A-Wing wave, he is number 2 in the wave, and the figures you will need, once again, are Scarlet Witch, the Vision, Loki, the Winter Soldier, U.S. Agent, Baron Zemo, and Captain America. Here you have your warnings, subject to availability, each sold separately. Down here, warnings, small parts, so don't stick it in your mouth. Not for children under 3 years old. Let's go ahead and get Vision cracked open and see what he's about. Alright, so taking a look at White Vision here, or Rebirth Vision, as he's been so lovingly dubbed. Getting a closer look here, the first thing I want to point out is we do get a new head sculpt, which looks a lot more like Paul Bettany than the original Vision did, albeit I do enjoy that other figure. It would actually be very nice to get a red and green version of this head, maybe a redo of the other Vision, because this head sculpt looks fantastic. You can see the detail of his painted arc reactor there, and the nice sculpted lines all over his head. Very nice indeed. This actually also is a bigger head, which makes the rest of his body look more proportional, which fixes one of the issues that we had with the older figure that looked kind of scrawny, kind of small for what he was supposed to be. And yes, he is an android, but the suit that they gave Paul Bettany was also fairly padded, so Vision did look quite bulky. Well, I don't want to say bulky, but he looked bigger. Like he had muscle mass to him. And with this head, it actually does fill out the figure a little bit more, which is very nice. Another detail here, we do get a new cape with the figure, which is completely translucent this time. We do have a pattern here that kind of looks like ribbon cables in your computer running down the sides here, which makes kind of sense, the fiber cables. So that's very nice. This time around, they actually did glue the peg into his back there, so that way this sits in place. As last time, the figure's cape was just free hanging, so it tended to get in the way or move around. We have beige picked out across the figure here, so we have it on his belt, and his gauntlets, and his boots. This kind of color was actually what it was in the show, and it was only highlighted on the gauntlets and the boots there, so that would have been nice to see, but they did have to rush production on this figure to kind of get him out in time. Getting into articulation, this is the older Vision body, just with a couple of new pieces on it, and a new paint sculpt, or not paint sculpt, paint apps. So his head can look all the way up. He can bury his chin all the way down. And the head is on a ball joint, so you do get rotation, and a little tiny bit of tilt. His arms go up that far before the cape hinders it, but they could go 360. they come out just above 90. He has a bicep swivel. He has double jointed elbows that go all the way in. His wrists are on a swivel and an in and out hinge. He has an ab crunch that crunches forward. Very nice. Nearly 90 degrees. Does not crunch back. Actually, with this cape being more malleable, he can crunch back all the way. I was proven wrong. Look at that. So that's very nice. He has a waist swivel. Vision can kick forward. Little under 90 degrees. He can kick back about, I want to say 30. He can almost do splits. He can kick out about 45. He has a thigh rotation. Double jointed knees. His ankles go back all the way. They go up a good way because of that larger disc in there. And he has ankle pivot. I also believe that these are new foot pieces for the Vision. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and get into comparisons real quick. Actually, for accessories, Vision does only come with a set of white open-palmed hands, as if he's in flight or reaching for something. So these are the same hands that we have received with the other two Vision figures, but they look just fine, and a nice pearly white color. Here we have the original Vision, which, yes, I did add a custom cape there. The boots actually are the same sculpt, so I was wrong about that. I apologize. But as you can see, White Vision does look bigger than the old Vision just because of that head sculpt. He actually looks like he's a little bit broader, has a little more muscle on him. So that head being bigger fixed one of my biggest issues of this figure. So here we have the new Paul Bettany sculpt compared with the old one. Now, the old one at the time was fantastic. Loved it very, very much. But seeing what they can do after a couple of years, it definitely would be nice to have this head on another Vision figure like this. And being as this figure was hard to get anyway, he was originally in a Toys R Us 2-pack with Wanda that they also re-released there for a very small period of time. Not a lot of people were able to get a hold of the opaque original Vision, so having a re-release with this head sculpt repainted on it would be very nice to see. We also have the phasing Vision, which is just that same figure, but with his original cape on here, because I didn't customize this one. And he is a bit translucent, like he's phasing. So there they are. And now you can see the original cape versus the new cape, which is much more flat and also drapes over his shoulders, which looks very nice. It also kind of fills out his form a little bit. So there's those differences. And we also will compare him to, oh, he's got a little bit of a hunch there. Stand up, proud Vision. There we go. And here he is next to Wanda, the Scarlet Witch. So that head also makes him a bit taller, which fills out very nicely next to her. They look pretty good together if you wanted to do something with that. This figure is, like I said, quite a bit of reuse, but I think with the new pieces, it definitely, especially with the new color, also makes it look different enough that I still would recommend picking this up. And obviously this is going to be Vision's look moving forward, at least for a time. So I definitely would recommend with the new pieces. He looks pretty good. I like it overall. I do want to go ahead and say that this channel and all of its content is not for viewers of the ages of 13 years or younger. Gotta keep saying that now, because YouTube kinda tried to snuff out a couple of my videos there. So want to make it very clear that this channel is not for minors or anybody under the ages of 13. I'll see you guys next time.